So then, folks, welcome back to Towns with Charon and Velerious.
Hello, everybody.
I'm laughing because, like, I did the counting then. Oh, shit, actually, I should unpause them as well. Unpause. I did the counting in fucking Reverend Lovejoy's voice for some reason. I went 3, 2, 1.
Turn to page 69 of the Bible.
So, who's going first?
What's on the page 69 of the Bible?
I don't know, but that would be in Genesis somewhere, so it's probably still the bit where it goes, and God made the animals, and the elephants, and the sharks, and the hippos, and the badgers, and the wolverines.
Narrated by Gordon Freeman. What was it, Gordon Freeman? Narrated by Gordon Freeman. Morgan Freeman. Even worse as well, it's like, you know, if it was page 69, that's just when they get to the end of that, so he's and he made the dolphins and fucked them. That's it, that's page 69. Woo!
Excellent.
Okay,
so we've pissed off all the Christians. Who's next?
Everyone.
Did the Jews last episode, the Christians this episode, Muslims next first.
Buddhas. Buddhas have something to do with Christmas.
Buddhas is not a thing. They're Buddhists.
That's the ones.
The Buddhists.
What do they celebrate with Christmas?
Oh,
don't they have dead trees?
I saw some guy come in the shop the other day, right? And my new,
is he a Buddha?
Well, no, my new boss is a Hindu, okay?
Okay.
And he's Asian. He's from Sri Lanka, I think. But he's got this new guy started working. It's like a relative of his. He's called Raj, and he's obviously from Sri Lanka as well and Hindu as well. And one of the guys came in, and he said, as he came in, he said to him, "Salam alaikum."
Oh my god.
And I was like, the cringe factor. I was like, not only have you only said that because you picked it up off of the comedy TV show, what is it, Citizen Khan?
I think so, yeah.
But also, wrong religion. And I said to her, under my breath, I went, wrong religion, but nice try.
Wow.
It's pretty bad.
That is terrible.
Never mind. At least he tried, I guess. It's sort of. It was very bad though.
It's all these different holidays though, and it's like in Britain now we have you have to say happy holidays now, don't you?
Which is just ridiculous. It's like Christmas is a big thing. It's a Christian country. You can't, you know what I mean? It's just everyone expects Christmas greetings. You know, it's like because I used to work with an Asian lad from India, Pakistan. What's the one next door where they speak Bengali? I can't think what the name of the fucking place is off the top of my head. I fucking know it.
I have no idea.
But anyway,
the Bengalians.
It's from Bengalia. it's not me. I can't think what the fuck the place is called. That's so bad.
Oh god, everyone's going to be raging in the comments.
And he was a Sunni Muslim, and he was like, I hate the way that they try and cater to all tastes. It's like, don't celebrate Christmas, but I understand what big deal Christmas is.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, I sort of do get in the Christmas spirit a little bit. I like the Christmas songs. I like the sort of, you know, people wearing Christmas hats and stuff. It don't bother me at all. It's cool.
It is quite a joyous holiday, really, it's Christmas. I think the only problem I've got with Christmas is it is basically like for all the moochers out there. Yeah. Because you could basically go, it's better to give them a seat.
Anyone who takes offence at someone wishing them a Merry Christmas just because they don't celebrate Christmas is a twat. In the same way that, like, you know, I don't celebrate Diwali or, like, you know, Eid or anything. But if someone says, oh, happy Eid, I'll be like, okay, then.
That's why,
fine.
In order to stop all religions, we are going with Bishmas.
Bishmas.
The universal holiday for everyone and everything.
Like, so smoothly done, Velerious.
Even pigs can celebrate Bishmas.
Non-denomination holiday, that's what it is.
Any gender, any race, any species.
No matter what holiday you're actually celebrating, Bishmas.
If you live on Jupiter, you poor son of a bitch.
Hey, don't diss the Jupitonians, Velerious. They give us some good views.
They do. They're brilliant on Jupiter.
Yeah. So, God, what was the thing I wanted to talk about? I can't remember what it was. You had something ready. So
I do. It's not exactly recent news, and it will definitely not be recent news by the time this goes out. But I know that you're not a massive fan of EA.
Definitely not.
Okay. And
has he always been holding this Plaguebringer?
Yeah.
Oh,
we got two Plaguebringers. We left him in there for him to get because we didn't want him to die all the time.
Fair enough.
So you're not a big fan of EA, and you know that with Sims 4 they took out pools and toddlers.
Pools and toddlers, yes.
Yes, it was the big thing that everyone outcried about and was like, oh my god, you know that's coming in paid DLC. It's just come out as free DLC.
Wow.
Not toddlers, just Pauls, but still.
Still, that's impressive.
Goats are also in. From a Halloween free up DLC.
I've got something to tell you about goats in a bit, actually.
Not goats, ghosts.
Oh, ghosts. I thought you said goats. I was going to say goats is a bit of an odd thing to bring out a DLC pack for.
You can now be a goat farmer in Sims 4. Milk the goats.
Wow.
Simon Milkenford will show you what is done.
Can't wait for the Katy Perry edition. Just fucking riding around on a goat.
Or the Miley Cyrus one where you're wrecking houses on a wrecking ball.
Twerking in front of a goat. It's just stood there like...
Do not want. But yes, they've released this as free DLC, which has blown people's mind because, to be honest, when has EA even cared about their image?
When was the last time there was ever a free DLC for an EA game?
Yeah, and not only that, but you know they don't give a shit about their image. They will do something absolutely amazing and then shit all over themselves and then still sit there and go, well, gamers...
They will sit there and lie to your face and go, oh, we love gamers. We support YouTubers.
Yeah, and then they'll be like, you know... We're taking down all YouTube videos, we're releasing this new DLC that is exactly like the old DLC, but with a better price. $6.99 instead of $3.99. It's wonderful. We could buy some candles off this guy.
We don't need them. Necromancer Row's full.
Oh, God.
Until we build another Necromancy wing, there's not much point. We've even got one spare.
There's even normal people living in Necromancy Road. God, that was actually hard to say for some reason.
Yeah, we never did give them red hats,
Yeah.
so we probably will do at some point.
We should probably sort them
We're
out.
waiting for people to nominate for that, and it never actually happened.
Well, the two people that are in there, clearly
well,
are the
these
lucky
four
bastards.
definitely are.
Yeah.
And Cambria, Helivis, and Bellsborough are definitely all red hats. I don't think he's red hat. She's obviously not, and Ismay isn't either.
We could totally make them into red hats.
Yeah.
Actually, Ismay's the bear, isn't she?
No, that was Ismay Corsell. This is Ismay Garin. Ismay Corsell died. She lived down here. This is her empty room.
Thanks. I put that out of my memory just because Terrorwind died as well, and that was sad.
She was the one that starved to death carrying a fucking thing from here to the graveyard, and she died somewhere down here.
I would laugh.
Oh yeah, and there's that copper that Rogue stole as well.
That fucking rogue.
Which is like, I literally don't even.
I reckon it was Evil Badgers or something, and they got to the end and went, hang on a minute, why are we carrying this fucking copper?
I don't know where they nicked it from, but yeah.
Maybe the Evil Badgers, when they take flour, they poop out copper?
They might have gone down to the dungeon and took it from down there. Speaking of Evil Badgers, this one's sitting right there.
Hi guys, what are you doing in the dungeon? We've even got dungeon guards as well.
Was that your thing you wanted to talk about?
Yes, mainly the fact that EA, who have no kind of self-morale or anything, have actually released a free DLC.
Free DLC
which
for a
is
game that costs
absolutely
an
amazing.
absolute
I mean,
fortune.
the other cool thing as well was the fact that they pointed out that Sims 4 apparently would have no paid extras like Sims 3 did. Like the Sims store, it won't have that. It'll have expansion packs. And the expansion packs will not just be like the old DLC you got, they will be like new jobs, new clothes, new doors, everything like that was all brought into a massive expansion pack, but obviously it would inflate the price.
The problem with the Sims store, right? The problem I had with it was not the fact that you could buy things, individual items. I quite liked that. Because when I played The Sims 3, I loved just having tons and tons and tons of stuff to decorate my house with. My main issue was the installation process was an absolute son of a bitch. If you ever had to reinstall, you had to install every single item individually, one at once, through the installer, which was a piece of shit and kept crashing.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, they just... Why not just have a fucking folder that I can put the stuff in and just have it load? Have it load everything in that folder when the game starts.
But you see, this is the thing now. That's what they're doing. The expansion packs will just basically come in like that. But people have said, there's other little seedy things that are going on.
My point is, EA constantly get their dick out and wave it around, going, "Oh, we're the biggest game developers ever." It's like, if you're the biggest games developer ever, why do you make such noobish fucking mistakes in every game you release?
Because EA.
Because EA, exactly.
I mean, it's like that thing that they said yonks ago when they were on about something, and paid demos. Someone picked up on paid demos. They said there was actually a demo that you had to pay for to play it, right?
Yeah.
And EA's comment on the matter was that gamers are not as innovative as they used to be, and apparently they are not looking for something new
which is bullshit.
Individualistic. They're looking for the same old thing, repackaged, same price, no new DLC,
which is pretty
same
much
thing.
The exact opposite of what gamers actually want. This is the problem with
But this is also coming from the same people who don't they make that massive football game, and they've just been making that football game for years,
and every year they just sort of every couple of years they'll update the engine slightly,
Yeah.
but it's the exact same fucking game.
And basically, people still buy that. I
Yeah.
mean, no hate to the people who do buy that, but still, it is kind of...
The thing is, even people who like those sort of games realise that they're getting ripped off. Because my mate Lucas, like, he plays the Football Manager one, and he's like, I only buy it every like 2 or 3 years, because it's like, it's the exact same game otherwise. It's like, there's no point buying it every fucking year, because I know I'm just getting the same game with some minor graphical tweaks.
Well, that's the reason why they had that outcry of the Borderlands. Because Borderlands pre-sequel is basically Borderlands 2. Everything is the same. But the one difference is obviously it's on a different map.
Yeah, at least there's some work done there.
Yeah, it's on a
as
different
Lucas
map.
pointed out, all they do is update the names of the players that have been transferred around. It's like, I can do that myself in the game if I really wanted to, just make the teams up to what they should be.
Exactly.
It's not difficult.
Or just like new pitches or something.
Yeah.
Or take a spin on it. I mean, for once, I'd like to see a football game come out and they go, you can now play on Mars, Jupiter, or Pluto.
What I'd like to see is a remake of Pitball.
Pitball.
Do you remember Pitball?
Yeah.
That was an
You
old
love
PlayStation game,
Pitball.
and it was sort of like Speedball, which was like back in the days of the Commodore. If any of you are old enough to remember Speedball, fucking awesome game.
I don't remember it.
Well, it's out on Steam, actually. You can get Speedball 2 on Steam.
Oh, really? How much?
And it's a proper port right from the fucking Commodore version.
How much would this be?
I can't remember.
You should have. The audience is not happy.
It wasn't ridiculously expensive. I bought it like as soon as it appeared because I was like, oh hell yeah. But it is, they've not updated it. It is just that game, so it's quite dated and it's very simple and basic. But it's great nostalgia hit if you played the original on the Amiga or the Commodore.
I want a new Supersonic Racers. Bum that game. It's brilliant.
Yeah, well, actually,
Or Hogs of War.
I bought one recently. I've not actually showed you. I've not even covered it for the channel. I saw NerdCube play it. Turbo Toy Box or something, or Toy Box Turbos. It's basically Micro Machines V3, but like it's made by the same people, Codemasters.
I
as
just
well.
like the people in Supersonic Racers. Though.
Yeah,
That's the main flaw.
That's what I
Because
like.
you had like the Dastardly guy and everything, and you had like pretty cool music in that as well.
But I've been saying for years I'd like a decent sort of massively multiplayer version of Micro Machines, basically. You know,
an MMO Micro Machines.
Yeah, that would be so good, especially if you could trade cars with each other. Oh,
The weird thing I get with MMOs nowadays is every MMO tries to copy the old
Warcraft.
kind of Warcraft way of
just
doing
quest
things.
spam.
But there's quite a few games that I look at that I think would really go well in an MMO situation, such as like Payday. The other day we were on about this.
Yeah.
Payday, playing as either a criminal or an actual policeman.
Yeah, two factions,
Yeah.
the cops and the law. The criminals and the law.
And the idea is that
That would be amazing.
as a criminal as well, you could maybe bribe yourself out of jail. Because it's a human player you're bribing.
Yeah.
So the human player would have to go, do I want this or do I get that promotion I've been saving up for?
Do I want to buy
Yeah.
this new gun?
Do I want to buy this new gun to shoot him the next time he robs that bank?
But have like a live system, so it's like, you know, if there's a robbery ready to go down, they're looking for a new man, you can just like accept and go along with them. Or if there's robbery in progress, the police will be alerted and you can choose if you're a cop whether you want to go and
a
stop
radio
them or
going
not.
on as well.
Yeah.
So like if you're just driving around it, because it's an MMO in a massive city, you could just be driving around. There could be
Like
just
a
another
city
player.
at least the size of sort of LA Noire or GTA 5.
But there could be a player who's just a criminal who just tries to rob someone on the street, and as a cop, you just pull up, get out, shoot him. What the hell are you doing there, son? Oh my god!
It would be amazing. It would be such
so
a good
cool.
idea, especially with like a level up system and perks and everything.
Well, I mean, the main thing would be as a cop, you'd start on low, but you'd get a gun for free. But as a criminal, you'd have to save up money to buy it on the black market. So it means that it's not super powerful to be a criminal.
It would be good.
It would be very
I
interesting.
can't see it happening because the workload.
Once again,
You'd need a
wouldn't
big
happen.
studio behind you in order to even achieve it, you know.
There's a bunch of things that you could turn into MMOs, though.
You never know,
be
though.
Amazing.
Fingers crossed Rockstar might get off their ass and actually, you know, change the GTA model around a bit slightly.
I am slightly worried as well. I was reading up about the pre-sequel. Spoilers for anyone who's not played pre-sequel and you actually want to play it, do turn off now or just mute it for about a minute. Essentially, at the very end of Borderlands pre-sequel, right, you are met with one of the Vault Guardians who like comes into all these Vault Hunters and he saves a Vault Hunter and says, you're going to need as many Vault Hunters as you can get. There is a war coming. Now, the one problem I have with this is, does it mean an MMO Borderlands? Because that, I don't think would take off. Because as much as I love Borderlands, it is a 4-player kind of co-op game where you expect 4 players. Hopefully then people will tune back in now. It's been roughly a minute. Oh, hi people. So what I said was...
I've got to remember to keep moving the camera every so often.
But, yeah, essentially, what it sounds like is that they're going to bring in like an MMO with loads of vault hunters fighting loads of vaults and such.
Yeah.
And if it's not done correctly, it's like, look at Borderlands pre-sequel.
Well,
People cried.
The thing is, I could see that becoming a thing. It seems like a natural evolution from Borderlands to go from the sort of co-op to open world multiplayer.
But people cried over the pre-sequel because it was just not good enough. And it's going to happen again with an MMO if they made one. Unless they've been working on it secretly for like 18 years. And it's like just going to come out and blow people's minds. To be honest, I've been waiting for a MMO maker to actually do it for ages.
Seems as though people have been talking about this quite a lot recently as well. What about Overwatch?
Overwatch?
Which is the Blizzard...
Oh, the...
shoot 'em up.
Yeah, the one that's
sort of halfway between a MOBA and TF2.
Yeah. It's just...
Interested, Valerious?
No,
me neither, to be honest with you.
It's just kind of a bit weird. I don't like the classes for a start. I mean, most people probably will like the classes because they're quite unique in their own way. But again, it's like, there is so many of that type of game.
I think it's one of those things where the existing Warcraft players will probably fucking love it.
Oh, yeah. Although Hearthstone was good.
Okay. So the thing is, Hearthstone's okay, but it's not that great. I mean, like, we haven't played it since we did our video on it.
I did a bit.
I haven't. You did the Curse of Naxxramas stuff, didn't you?
Yeah.
And I just couldn't be arsed.
That was cool.
Because just fuck that sort of thing. We are going to do another mini tournament on that next year.
Yeah.
Early next year, hopefully. What are we putting out at the moment on SOT 3? Derpcraft. It'll be after Derpcraft, but before the second season of Derpcraft, which is when we'll have the Tinkers mod, hopefully.
And we'll have the cool new intro.
Yes. Why have you made what intro?
Well,
you got something in mind?
No, you always have to make a season 2 intro. I had to do for Towns.
Oh yeah.
So I expect you to make a really cool intro now with explosions and
It'll
pizzazz.
have a different intro.
Just like, it starts up and you're just there
probably
growing.
won't have explosions.
You're just sat there in front of the camera. Hi guys, welcome to Derpcraft. Boom, boom, boom.
Wow.
Boom,
boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom, boom.
And then just have it loads of circles, flashing colours, epilepsy warnings flashing up, a little voice at the beginning that goes,
Wait till you see my intro for the montage.
a little voice at the beginning that goes, disclaimer, we have nothing to do with Microsoft in any way. They have just bought Minecraft, we can't help this. Please help.
Yeah. So yeah, we will have another mini tournament on Hearthstone. We'll do the same thing again, like with me, you and Jade.
Yeah.
Because obviously we bought a load of cards and then never fucking played the game again.
Oh, I love the cards.
It's not enough to keep me interested. It really isn't.
There needed to be a booster pack every week.
Yeah. The problem is the matchmaking was appalling. So I'd go into matchmaking and I'd get an opponent who is complete noob and I'd completely thrash him, and then my next opponent would be a complete pro who'd thrash me. And then my next opponent would be a complete noob who I'd thrash. And it was just, it's all or nothing, do you know what I mean? It was like...
It's like that one time I went
I never actually played against anyone my skill level. It was always they were massively better or massively shit.
I went on once and I won 9 battles, and then suddenly went against a guy who literally beat me in 2 turns.
Yeah.
I think he was like an Anduin. And on the first turn, he just pulled out the healing thing after using a coin, and then he powered it up to maximum level, and then just destroyed me and won it.
That's the other thing that sort of bores me about it as well. It's just the fact that there's very specific strategies that you win with. It's like if you're playing Anduin, the best thing to do is have something with huge health, double it, and then pull out the card that changes health to attack, and that's it. You win.
Oh, you can technically kill that.
True, but that's the thing is that's your go-to strategy as Anduin.
That's mine, yeah.
It's not just yours. It's anyone who plays Anduin. That is the go-to strategy.
You can't say that at least. There is actually a strategy board.
Yeah, I know.
Has 250 strategies for Anduin.
But my point is, if you're playing the game and you come up against an Anduin, pretty much guaranteed that's what he's going to do.
Yeah, it is basically the new thing to turn to, though.
Yeah.
Because if you go against an actual pro player, the minute you power up this monster, just brings out that fucking owl that silences it.
Yeah.
All power's now gone. And then you power up another monster and you're playing against fucking Palowin and it just fucking silences you again. It's like, oh my god! Oh my god! And then you bring out the fucking legendary you've been saving up for ages, and he just brings out his tree ant. You're like, oh my god!
But the problem is, because so many people use just that one strategy for Anduin, it means every game against Anduin pretty much goes down the exact same road.
Again,
you're both stalling until he does that, and then you either counter it or die, sort of thing.
Every game with you was just steal my fucking monster, because you had that one card that stole a monster.
But it just means it just feels like you're playing the same game over and over and over for hours. It's like, you know what I mean? It's not enough. It doesn't keep me occupied.
Like I said, it just needs a bit more kind of stuff.
It's missing something. Right? I don't know what it is that's missing, but it's missing something.
Talking about MMOs again. Another MMO they could bring out. Yu-Gi-Oh! MMO. I would play that.
Oh,
Waking up in the morning in your own house, you could buy like cards, going to tournaments.
Why has this never actually happened? Because who owns Yu-Gi-Oh?
Konami.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Now, there's two main reasons why Konami haven't gone ahead and made a nice big Yu-Gi-Oh game.
They have no
One
money.
is they tried to make one, but did it where you have to buy the cards.
Yeah.
Which failed because no one wants to fucking buy all the cards again, especially if you already own them.
What they should do is cosmetics.
And second, they don't make games for PC, really. It's always console.
Cosmetics always work.
If they just fucking team up with someone and make a PC... Like, you know, there's Magic the Gathering on Steam, and there's tons and tons of DLC and packs and foils and all this bullshit. I mean, I can't sit here in all honesty and say I would spend a shitload of money buying cards for Yu-Gi-Oh!, but I'd probably play it.
What was that game we played? There was a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game we played that was like an actual MMO.
It was on. There was a coding platform called Build Your Own Net Dream.
Yeah.
And the abbreviation was Beyond, BYOND. And it was one of these, like Unity and stuff like that, where you can just basically code your own game using that platform. And a group of people coded in, like, the entire deck of Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards and set up, like, a system so that you could, like, you had battle tables, you could battle one-on-one, you could battle, like,
and
teams 2-on-2.
It wasn't high graphics, but
No, but slightly quite good for what it was, for shitty 2D, like, pixel graphics. And they had, like, you know, every time you played the card, the little monster would pop up. It had tracked your life points and everything. And it knew what moves were legal and what weren't.
On an MMO, though, that's what I'd want with Yu-Gi-Oh!
It was pretty incredible.
I'd want to be, right, a kid who can go into a game store and buy cards, like, with virtual coins.
This is the thing. These games are really only fun if everyone has access to all the cards.
Or, how about, right... Like I said with the virtual coins, basically, and you have like tournaments you can enter to gain more coins, and you can pay in-game money to get cosmetics on the cards.
Unlocking the cards
such as, like,
in-game,
backs and
I'm
such.
okay with, but if you've got to pay for the cards, then it just becomes pay to win, and it's
the cosmetics should be basically like, do you want your guy to wear a wizard hat that like sprays out colourful shiny bits?
And a Yu-Gi-Oh game with access to all cards would be fucking brilliant.
But the problem with that is...
And I would probably play that a hell of a lot.
The minute you get all the cards, people just know how to beat you. Because there's just strategies to beat specific cards.
True, but I mean, we used to dick about. We used to, like, me and you especially, when we were playing against each other, we'd build stupid decks and try them out against each other. Like, do you remember when you built a deck around a Time Wizard Deckmaster?
That was
where
cool.
Basically every time you did anything, you had to toss a coin, and it was all or nothing. It was like, the attack either, like, completely annihilated me, or did absolutely nothing. That was brilliant.
The thing is, you see... That was fun because it was me and you, and we do have fun on these games like that. In an MMO situation, you'd get that one badass fat kid who sits back in his chair, goes, and then plays like a fucking dick, and just basically gets all the cards that he knows will beat every other thing, and then just beats you, and then goes, get back to Cad Blips. Go back to Borderlands.
Go back to classic mode, scrub.
Go back to World of Warcraft.
Why is he turning to Little Nicky?
Okay, you win.
I'm playing World of Warcraft.
That Little Nicky. People won't understand that joke if they haven't seen that movie.
I think most people have probably seen it.
Nah, no one likes Adam Sandler.
Right, a lot of hauling has finally been done. It's taken quite a few episodes.
Hooray!
But just before we finish, I'm going to there's a couple of little holes.
Oh, I see these little holes.
That I'm going to fill in where they've finally shifted the meat. If you're wondering why we've not done anything for all these episodes, that's what we've been waiting for.
Yeah.
We've been waiting for them to shift this meat so that we can finish off bits of road. They're getting there quite nicely. There's still some ites in the way. But if we give them another episode or two of hauling, they're going to start filling this stuff up, look. There's actual ites in chests.
It'll be getting filled up so much. And then we need to start the weapon producing facility.
Yeah. Yeah, we're going to have to put some racks in here.
Oh, yes.
We'll try and move some of this shit out of the marketplace.
This is going to be the best money-grabbing technique ever. I don't know why we're playing this so like an economy for some reason. It's like money does nothing except buy us more useless crap.
I do want to be rich, though.
You know, who doesn't? The thing is with towns, though, it literally is going to buy us more useless crap. We spent our last bit of money on 5 flowers.
All we've done in like 5 episodes is this.
And we put that statue down. Which we bought for money.
And Cambridge statue.
Which, again, bought for money.
Well,
we're not very good at saving our money.
That was fun.
Yeah, that was good.
That was pretty good. Gandalf's performing some sort of weird sacrificial rite on this chicken. He's made a double-headed chicken.
Oh my
and
God.
then fucked off.
With no body.
What's the shit?
With no body. It's 2 heads, no body.
That's it. He's done for the day. He's gone.
That was my special powers, guys.
Good work, Gandalf.
I'm off back to kill Cian.
I think on that note, we'll leave it there, Velerious. If you want to say bye-bye to everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, everyone.